Coi Leray, Benzino's daughter, which is still nuts to me. Benzino's daughter put out her, I don't know if this is her second album, third album. It's called Coi. Only sold 10,000. I shouldn't say only, but it sold 10,000 albums first week. And immediately, flop, 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 flop. I see people killing her. I'm just like, yo, when are we going to, not we, because I do it, or we do it all the time on this side. But when are people going to look at the ecosystem that is created, and more specifically, the math that factors into record sales, the math that was created by tech companies and not the music industry? So the tech companies were able to determine the value of a stream, right? Because Spotify and Apple Music and Tidal, those are applications. So the people who develop them and run them are tech people, not music people. At least the bare bones and the structure of it. You know what I'm saying? Then you put people in places of curation and all that who are music people. But at the end of the day, I feel like if more music people were involved, we'd be making more money off of our music. But we don't. So, you know what's funny? I'm old because I feel like these are things that like people should know, but they don't. But like, yo, it's 50 Cent's fault why people look at first week numbers. It's 50's fault. When 50 came out, 50 sold just under 1 million copies of Get Rich or Die Trying in the first week. 872,000 copies. That means domestically, because I don't know if that counts like worldwide sales. I don't know how that works. But that means 872,000 people got in their car, drove to a record store, a technology store, went to the mall, went to the new releases, picked out Get Rich or Die Trying, put it on the counter, and paid for it with $20. Myself included. I got the first week with the DVD on it. And I'm really mad that I threw all my CDs out. I'm about to start collecting CDs again. I'm really mad. I'm really upset that I threw all my CDs out in Jesus' name. That really bothers me. Anyway. So what 50 used to do is when 50 was beefing with other people, Ja Rule and Jadakiss and Fat Joe, he would leverage SoundScan and Billboard to make fun of whoever he was beefing with. You only sold 80,000 records. You only sold 50,000 records. You only did this. Koch Records is a graveyard, right? The thing about 50 is that, number one, that was 20 years ago, y'all. That will never happen again. Ever. It's not to say there are still people who sell records. And let's not also act like the most popular people, like they sell records out the gate. Like Jay-Z's a number one album guy, but he's not a big record seller. He doesn't go platinum in the first. I don't even know if he's gone gold in his first week. Beyonce is incredibly popular. She's one of the biggest artists in the world. She is not a big album seller first week. Let me take that back. Some of that stuff, some of it was high. Beyonce's a bad example. But everybody's not like, everybody that we deem successful is just not this like big record seller first week. Especially in this era where everybody's streaming everything. Because here's the other thing that we don't take into consideration. Everybody who streams music is not a fan of your music. So the 10,000 streams that Coi got, all 10,000 of those streams don't mean she has 10,000 fans. Do you know how much music I stream from artists I don't really like? Or maybe I'm just curious about. I wonder, what does this sound like? 20 years ago, I would have never heard a Lil Uzi Vert album. Never. Just not in my bag. I would have to download it illegally. But I'm not going out of my way to buy his music. But hey, I got a podcast. I'm curious. Let's see. What does it sound like? And I'm able to listen to I'm able to listen to whoever I want to. He absolutely cheated with Magna Carta. He did. He 100% cheated. And that's still his worst album. It's absolutely his worst album. So, because in my day, you had $20. I'm sure y'all can testify to this. And hey, don't forget, please like this video. Please continue to like this video. You got $20. You go to the record store. 5 albums came out this week. You have to make a decision. Who do I want to buy? I'll never forget September 28th, 1998. September 29th, whatever that is. That's Aquemini. That's Hard Knock Life Volume 2. That's The Love Movement. That's Lauryn Hill. That's Black Star. I had to make a decision. You know, I went and bought, and I picked Hard Knock Life Volume 2. I tell this story all the time. I picked Hard Knock Life Volume 2 in a Source magazine. And as my dad and I were driving away from the record store, I opened up the review and see that Aquemini got 5 mics. And I begged my father to take me back to the grocery store, to take me back to the music store and buy Aquemini. And thank God he did it. And I played Aquemini more than Hard Knock Life for that, like the first couple weeks, because that album is incredible. It's one of my favorite albums ever. Nowadays, I can just stream. I could just streamed all 5 and just heard everything. There's albums to this day that I have not heard because I never bought them. Right? So the thing about Coi Leray that's really interesting, right, is that Players was everywhere. About to get another flight. That my main one bite. That song was everywhere. And so she actually shared something that somebody tweeted. Let me tweet. Okay. So this is from Jesse Soda, PSOTA. So first week sales is an outdated metric in the streaming era, 100%. He says the spotlight should be on Coi Leray's steady hits, impressive body of work, and powerful digital influence. This is the age where playlists, streams, fan engagement, and social media presence are the true indicators of an artist's success. It's exactly what Jaina just said. Right? So he goes on to say, consider this. 1.5 million first week streams on platforms like Spotify or Apple Music translate to 1,000 Apple album sales. Hold on, let me say that again. I don't know if y'all caught that. 1.5 million first week streams on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music translate to 1,000 album sales. I've sold 1,000 albums before. I don't think I've had 1.5 million people stream my music. The math ain't mathing. You feel me? That's nuts. But Coi Leray's influence goes beyond that. In 2022, she amassed over 500 million streams in the US alone and captivated 38.2 million monthly listeners on Spotify alone. Leray stands as the 4th most streamed female rapper. This shows that her music continuously attracts listeners beyond the first week. The new era of music success isn't just about instant sales. It's about consistent engagement, social media impact, and continued streams. Artists like Coi Leray are leading this change, showing their reach extends beyond, or far beyond, what first week sales can measure. They are defining the new metrics of success in the music industry. And this is absolutely right. Here's what's scary. Because Players is a record. I ain't going to say nobody likes the song because my 9-year-old liked the song, right? But if Players is everywhere, but like nobody likes the song, or people hate Coi Leray to the degree that people say that, you know, people will tell you that they do. Is it that, does that mean that going viral isn't a real measure of success? So what I mean by that is when a song goes viral, then you have people who use the song for their content and leverage the song's virality for their own platform. Right? Because, you know, you can look at a song, a song and you can see all of the reels, all the TikToks, everything that use that sound. So is it about like, yo, I really like this song. This song inspires me to create something that I want to share with people. Or is it I created something, let me leverage this song that has gone viral. Because remember that article that Doc and I talked about on CRS when they revealed that Megan Thee Stallion's team worked with TikTok to make Savage a hit. So basically they paid TikTok and TikTok shot that song up in virality. And so it like made all these people do the little dance to it. Is it because it was fun? For some people, yeah. But for many others, it was so that they could leverage the virality. So does that mean if something goes viral for us, then we should then we should take that as a sign that it was good content or it was good music? Or did people just see it and just leverage it because they saw other people using it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate anytime my stuff goes viral. I hate it because all these people come into my space that is so carefully curated and crafted that I absolutely love and enjoy and all that stuff, and like just project. And I hate it. Get away, go away. And I shouldn't be upset about that because ultimately there are people who saw what I did because it went viral and they decided to connect with the community because you see growth. But I also hate what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What do y'all think of that? So Jana says, virality appears to be more like a tool. It's what folks use. It's what folks do with it that ultimately matters. It's definitely not a sign of value. Because I look at the kids, bro. And the kids want to go viral. And I try to tell them all the time, like, yo, just because you went viral, that doesn't mean that you have value. Or just because you went viral, that means that you did something, you did it for something good. You gotta be careful with that. Don't leverage your brand, your platform, what you're trying to do on the fact that you got a bunch of people to like look at it. You know what I'm saying? So, another point. Absolutely, they try to say Chloe flopped with first week sales, but her tour sold out. Because ultimately, that goes along with what Jana was saying, right? So basically, you are to leverage streaming into other stuff. Like they changed